Hello, my name is Tracy Allen, and I want to welcome you to Cooking with Some Friends. Hello and welcome to Cooking with Some Friends. It's a cold day outside, so soup always fits in that whole cold weather theme. And so we're going to do some white chili in the crock pot, but I'm also going to show you a recipe for some cheesy cowboy chowder. So I have about 4 tablespoons of butter in my stock pot, and this is my old stock pot, so it's well used. The recipe calls for 3, but I'm increasing just a little bit just because I like a thicker soup. So I have 4 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to add to that just a little bit of chopped onion. You can add up to 1/2 cup. And I want to just cook that until those onions become tender. Okay. I also cooked some bacon and added that to it, about 6 to 7 slices. And so now my onion is tender, and I have a blend of a teaspoon each of salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and I added about 1/2 to 3/4 teaspoon to this already. Okay, now I'm ready to stir in my flour, and since I have 4 tablespoons of butter, I want to add 4 tablespoons of flour, so about 1/4 cup. And you can wait to add your bacon. I just like that it adds even more flavor if you have it in there longer. I'll let that cook for just a minute. And then I'm ready to add my potatoes, and my chicken broth. The potatoes, I took 3 good-sized potatoes, and I cubed those, peeled them and cubed them up. And I want 4 cups of chicken broth, and then my potatoes. Once I add my potatoes, I want to bring this up to a boil and then cut it back to a simmer and let it simmer until my potatoes are tender. Found one that I didn't get chunked. Now once this comes to a boil and I drop it down, I'm going to go ahead and add my corn. I have what would be equal to about 2 cans of corn that I'm going to add in and let that cook, but I want it to come up back to a boil first. Besides the ease and the flavor of this cowboy chowder, there is another thing that I love about it. Once I get these potatoes fork tender, and at this point, I can turn this off and then heat it up and then add my last 2 ingredients. And since it's a Sunday morning, that works really well for me because I can get it to this point. When we come back from church, I can add my 1/2 cup of heavy cream and my 2 cups of cheddar, and then it's ready to go. So I do have more of my seasoning mix. I'm going to add a little bit now, but I want to reserve some, partially because you want to taste once you get all the other ingredients in. Make sure it's not too salty yet. And if it's salty enough for you, then don't add the rest. If it's not, then you can go ahead and add more. And this is great. It looks great garnished with green onions and cheese and more cooked bacon. So just a really quick, easy chowder. Okay, now that our potatoes are tender and this is heated up, I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream and 2 cups of cheddar cheese, and this will be ready to go as soon as that cheese all melts. Thanks for joining us for this session of Cooking with Some Friends. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And find us on Facebook at Cooking with Some Friends.